Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Parker Group Live, and today we're going to answer a question that we get quite frequently from both buyers and sellers, and that is, when should you order a home inspection? So if you're a seller, we're going to kind of discuss what that means for you, and especially for buyers thinking about home inspections and buying your house, and kind of what the timing is for that. So Rachel's going to tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, so I'll start with buyers because this is the more common one. What we found a lot of times when working with buyers is you find a house that you think you like, you might want to put an offer in, and a lot of buyers are fearful, well, wait, if I put an offer in on this house or I put a contract in, does that mean that I'm locked in? What if I find out later that there's an issue? Should I go ahead and get a home inspection done before I put in an offer? And the answer to that, generally speaking, is that you want to wait until you're actually under contract on a home before you start the home inspection process. Home inspections, they're not crazy expensive, but you are looking at a good couple $100s you're going to be spending on that home inspection. So if you haven't even come to terms on price with the owner of the home, it doesn't really make sense to then go out and spend a couple $100s to find out the condition of a house that you will probably never own. And so in terms of the fear that people have that, okay, well, I'm going to be under contract, but then I might find out later something wrong with the house. In our contracts in Delaware, and every realtor in Delaware on the residential side is going to be using a standard, approved by the commission contract. Contingencies are written in that you are allowed to have a home inspection in the period from going under contract to settlement. So that contingency is already built in so that once you've actually agreed to terms in terms of the price that you're going to pay when you're going to go to settlement, you then have the right to go ahead, pay for your home inspection, and if you don't like what you find, you can negotiate repairs with the seller, you can walk away, so you are protected in that scenario. So as a buyer, you definitely want to wait until you're actually under contract before you move forward with inspections.
Yeah, and that's why we take so much time to go through contracts as we're writing them to make sure that you have contingencies built in, that if you find something that you don't like, that you do have the opportunity to get out of that contract and get your earnest money deposit back. And so typically we like to have the home inspection for our buyers within the first 15 days so that we can find out quickly if there are major issues that either need to be resolved or there's things that you're not willing to compromise on that may cause you to walk away from the contract.
Right.
Now on the selling side, something that certain sellers are starting to consider doing, which I think is very wise, is to preemptively have a home inspection done. So there's several companies out there, and we can point you in their direction, where when you list your house or even prior to listing, you can have a home inspection done. So the home inspector will come through and they'll do the same type of inspection that buyers will pay for once you go under contract, so that you can preemptively know what repairs you're going to need to make. Because it's much more attractive to a buyer to have a home that is already move-in ready and doesn't have any significant issues, as opposed to finding that out once we're under contract and potentially losing the deal, depending on the buyers and the situation. So those are a couple of things that you can certainly consider for the buying side and also for the selling side. Home inspections are always, in our opinions, a good thing, because you want to know what you want to know what you're getting into, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Even if you're living in the house, sometimes you don't know what's behind the walls or what's underneath the house in terms of the foundation and the roof. So having an expert look at those things is always a good idea. So it is money well spent. And again, if you have any questions specifically about this, or if we can point you in the direction of a home inspector that can help you with these, both either on the buying side or the selling side, please let us know. We're happy to help, and comment below. Let us know if you have questions. Thanks guys.